You are
William Tyrell. So his dad is, oh, sorry. This is his mom, Rosanna Tyrell.
are you familiar with what he did today?
We're familiar with what you said. So I think that's right. Uh, we also need he, be held accountable for things that aren't really applicable. You know, and
Asking him not to use drugs or alcohol.
I know.
That's all I'm asking him to do. And he's constantly testing positive, and now he's taking a Whizzinator into the room.
Well, it's wrong. So we don't
He
want,
can be charged criminally for that. That's an offense in and of itself. Falsifying your drug test is a Class B misdemeanor. You're facing another 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
what about, I mean, our concern and his concern is simple. This girl,
I'm not. No, we're not talking about the case. We're talking.
what is the case?
No, we're talking about the ability to remain clean and sober. First and foremost, we're not even talking about the case at this point. We're only talking about remaining clean and sober. He's repeatedly been unable to do that, and now he's trying to fool us.
So he has an issue that we know. You know,
I think what needs to happen is I think the first thing you need to do is you need to talk to your lawyer before you make any statements. The only thing I'm going to say is that I'm extremely upset, disappointed. Put you in the cut. You know, you've repeatedly failed to appear for court. You've repeatedly tested positive for a lot of substances. Now you're trying to fool us yet again. It's unacceptable, and there has to be accountability. And you need to accept that you can't continue to do what you're doing, Mr. Terrell. You're digging yourself into a hole that you cannot crawl out of. This monkey on your back will be there for the rest of your life. And if you don't get out of it now, you're going to be 70 years old, continual on your back, in and out of custody. You're so messed up right now, you can barely open your eyes, man.
Your Honor,
Uh, And I don't know if you're enabling it or you're closing your eyes because of the love that you have as a father, but
he has severe ADHD and severe corrections. And we put him in a recovery center, and we told them, we sent them the documentation, they told us every day they were taking the medication every day. Never did. Until they finally refused to answer my phone calls, because I was calling them up what he needs to be on. With this ADHD medicine, it robs him of his chemicals in his dopamine chemicals in his brain. And because he uses drugs to put them back. And I said, Tourette's makes him not make good decisions. It's not a good combination. And they said, yes, that's the case in almost every many drug addicts with ADHD. And they wouldn't fix that, right? And so I got be upset with him. He got out and he had a pill bottle, but he got the day he got out. They had never given him any pills the entire time he was there for his treatment. So I agree that it's a bad problem and a wrong problem, but also it's not entirely his fault. He's got a chemical imbalance that nobody is addressing. And never has. He's had, since he was a young child, they've addressed his Tourette's. They've never addressed the ADHD, and I didn't know until I spoke to a doctor a week ago, or a couple of weeks ago, before he went into the rehab, and the doctor said, so he's got, he said he's got ADHD, and I said, yeah. And he says, does he have a problem with drugs? And I said, yeah. And he goes, why isn't he on Ritalin? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, that's what Ritalin is. And if he was speaking apparently from personal experience, so we tried to get him on Ritalin. They wouldn't do that because the substance itself, and they said that he was using that substance. So we tried to get him on a secondary substance that's not abusive. Yeah, we had fought for weeks. Well, and we can't. We finally got him a prescription because he's now out and back in trouble. So I only beg that we don't want to do drugs, right? But we understand that maybe there's some underlying compassionate issues, right? And I mean, I'd like to do that doesn't work.
and it pains me because I think that as a father and as a mother, due to love, a lot of times, and I don't know necessarily you, but people tend to kind of shut their eyes and become naive to the fact that they're using, and I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about cocaine. I'm talking about meth.
Care less, he's got a license for marijuana.
So regardless,
Any heavy drugs, cocaine, or anything that's gonna cause him a lifelong problem, no. I want him off. But he's been in rehab 3 or 4 times, that doesn't really work. So I don't know what does work.
you gotta want it.
You gotta want
One of the main things is you gotta want it. But be that as it may, he's trying to fool us, and it's unacceptable. There has to be accountability for it. I can't just let him go when you're using a originator to try to fool us. It's unacceptable, and there has to be accountability. And the problem is that I think that what we need to do now is have him evaluated by our clinician to see how we go forward. So what I'd like to do is, while he's in custody now, I can have it done in a very expedited manner. I can have it done within, today's what, Tuesday? We can hopefully have a report back by Friday to see, the latest Monday, to see how we go forward. Our clinicians can talk to him, and if he's honest, figure a way to go about doing this. And I'm going to tell you now, while I have him here, I can pay everything for you, so you don't have to pay for a dime. If you're on the outside, though, can't pay for it.
We can forward you doctor's records, things like that.
My only concern and the only thing I want now is our clinicians to be able to speak to them, to see where we go forward. Ms. Terrell, I'm going to have you what's called TRAS. It's an evaluation to see where we go from here. If we get this TRAS back and it tells me that your little bunny's jumping in the woods and that there's no problems, then I know that you weren't honest, and I'm going to make you go do it right back again. And we're going to continue to do it until you're honest. But, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't be like this forever. At some point, you're going to be a habitual, and you're looking at 25 to life.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, but
You don't have to. And I'm really, really, truly sorry.
he did man up. Take them. We had to fight with him and say with him. But he didn't.
To come in.
He didn't want to.
Of course. No one wants to go to jail.
And because he said, I said, he's not going to put you in jail. He goes, yes, he will. And I said, no, he has a heart. He's not going to put you in jail. He knows that you have a problem. The problem is an issue, not stopping the thing that's causing this.
Is your last name Mr. Terrell?
Yes.
We've tried that. I gave him to you.
You didn't. We tried it, but like I said, the underlying cause, which we've only just recently found, or found that they're never treated.
I understand. I
So
understand.
it's untreated and still being treated like it's a normal condition. It's not real.
I tried. I've given him back to you guys. I've asked him repeatedly to stay sober and not use, and he continues. So, no matter how many times I give him to you, it's going to continue. You have to realize. And if you think that just him saying, okay, I'm going to stop, the Ritalин's going to make it stop,
As for many people.
it may have. And yes, it may have.
So how long are you putting him in for?
I don't know. For now, I would like to have him TRAS to see where they go. My feeling is that they're probably going to say that he needs inpatient rehab,
He's already been.
not in the jail.
Yes. Since that last year. Why not?
I don't have we didn't put him in one. Did we do YMAC with him? So we have other, if YMAC didn't work, we have other facilities that we can go to. And we've got at least 3 to 4 facilities, and we can continue to put them into each facility until it
he has this felony case that this case is associated with, isn't it true? Yeah. Of which
So
we're hoping, we're hoping gets thrown out of court.
We have also, facilities as well, to help treat as well. We both do, and we both have facilities. They have more resources than we do, because there are more serious cases up there, so they have quite a bit of more resources.
Council like he wants to line up the whole thing, there's like this little attitude and thinking now.
For drugs, he was on probation for drugs. That's why he was.
No. What she's saying is that
The program basically went to was supposed to be like smell that that's how you know the other investments so and you program.
no, but she's saying no.
She said no, but it's okay.
Well, I think, Judge, they might be referring to the deferred was adjudicated based off of drug violations. Tested positive for many times for drugs. That's why his guilt was adjudicated in that case, in this point. I think that may be what they're referring to.
Yeah, it was because he was on probation for that. They actually, put him in there, and then, when he came, he couldn't even get his lawyer when he came. He got a court-appointed lawyer when he had a lawyer, he paid for it. Twice. And, it was very frustrating to us that he doesn't seem to be getting fair treatment. It seems like he's being held as an example and given as an example and not being given fair treatment. And
How is he not being given fair treatment?
well, I don't really want to, my wife is not going to be happy if I.
Well, no, but it seems like you're blaming me for the situation, you know?
No, sir. What's the trying to show that he never got to what he would be?
They were told over and over again. I wrote
They.
the court officials, the probation officers, everyone was told that he had these issues and problems. They did nothing about it. So his attorney brought paperwork to the court, Mike Mull.
Yes, we gave him paperwork.
No. Nobody did anything about it. So we keep going, you guys keep blaming this stuff, but you just keep holding them up as an example and punishing them, and then we never try to find out what's the problem.
People in jail when they violate conditions, when they do something against the law. We don't willy-nilly put people in jail for us and giggles. We don't do that here.
Why is there?
If someone has a true problem, then we give them the opportunity to try to do things on their own. When it becomes evident that they're unable to, that's when we try to step in. I don't do this out of hate.
Outside of, we know that he has a problem, but outside of that, like he has a felony charge, they aren't giving these bond requirements. And the misdemeanor court is giving these bond requirements, when the felony court is not. So.
I can't tell you what the felony court, I want to make sure that he's not using alcohol or drugs.
It has nothing to do with this case.
How do you know?
Judge, there are facts in this case that do indicate that there were crack pipes recovered from him. That's most likely why.
How do you know that he's charged with a felony assault? He's charged with interference with emergency request for assistance. How do you know that the drugs and alcohol that are using do not impact?
He was sound asleep. Right, and she stuck a machete through his TV. Okay, I know we're not supposed to talk about it. I apologize.
Look,
it just feels very wrong.
I know that you see through the eyes of a loving father, and I'm not going to fault you for that. I get it, and I understand, and I'm sorry. I really am. But I think that the best thing for him now is in a facility that doesn't have access to drugs or alcohol. And I'm trying to do my best to keep him clean and sober. He tried to fool us now by using a Whizzinator.
But he didn't want to come in. He would rather be run, that's why he didn't want to come back.
Hey, you can't run forever, Mr. Terrell.
I know, I tell myself.
So it's better to man up and get it done now than to run forever and do some irreparable damage by taking something that you kill yourself, right? Because that's invariably what's going to happen. The dope that you're using, you're going to kill yourself. Barely open his eyes, man.
Boy, I'm listening to everything.
You're so high right now, you can barely open your eyes.
I'm not high at all, actually. I'm sober. So,
See it.
At this point, I'm already in handcuffs, so it really doesn't matter what I say.
No, he's not. I know. We
Problem is,
he is.
and I'm gonna ask you, just bear with me. Trying to do the best I can to keep him clean and sober, so he doesn't pick up new cases.
No, there's no good bond.
Yes, I'm revoking his bond. I'm setting it 20,004 right now. You know, but if you bond out, if you bond him out, that's your choice. But I'm going to continue with the same things that I'm doing, and I'm now going to have him come twice a week to test with me. The next time he tests positive, and I don't care what it is, the bond is going to end up even higher than it is. And at some point, we're going to address the issue. But I'm not going to continue to let you use drugs while you're out there in the free world. That's it. Huh? Yeah. Well, first thing we have to do is we have to evaluate to see which one is the best one. You know, they have mental health caseloads. You have other. First thing that needs to happen is we have to have him evaluated, speak to a clinician. They can tell us which the best path to go forward. They may say he needs intensive outpatient treatment. They may say he needs SATF, which is an inpatient facility. I don't know until we have him evaluated. But understand, I like your son. I want the best for him. I really truly, and he doesn't get it.
No, because we watch on TikTok him being in front of your court, and then we're going, what does that do on TikTok?
I live stream all our proceedings, and that's what we do. So adds transparency. So
I'm gonna have to excuse myself.
Please do. You know,
I'm not helping,
please.
look, you're not making us mad. And I understand how you feel, and I get the loving father. I would be in the same position as you. But I want to keep him clean and sober. That's the bottom line. I've tried to do it the other way. It's not happening, and he's fooling us. So the only recourse I have is this. So we can set it to your ASAP. Hopefully, we can have the report back by Friday, the latest Monday. They will tell us which is the correct course to go, and then we can all sit and talk and decide what to do. You know, at the end of the day, you want me to just do nothing and
I'd rather you help us.
you know, if you want me to let him go and just fend for himself, then it's on you. But know this is that what you guys are doing now, it's not working. He's slowly killing himself, as evidenced by his demeanor, the way he looks, killing himself slowly. And before long, he's going to really deteriorate. I've seen it happen all too much. All right.
Okay.
Judge, before we end this conversation with this defendant, I've spoken at pretrial about the records that they have about the defendant and what he did today. I'd like to obtain those records and get this provided to defense counsel as well, provide that to felony. They are willing to provide that to me upon your oral consent. Okay? Pretrial. Okay, great. Thank you, Judge.
So get him in more trouble.
No one's in more trouble. I mean, do you not see what I'm trying to do? If we wanted to put him in more trouble, we'd charge him with additional offenses.
Isn't that what he's trying to do?
No, we're not here to punish and enslave and to kill. We're here to help. And sometimes that may require it. Out there, it's not working.
Have your word that it's not gonna come back?
No, I don't make the charging decisions. I'm not going to give you any kind of word. I'm going to give you my word that I'm going to try to help him as much as I can. But I need your help with that as well. I need your help with that as well.
Okay.
Look, I don't want to have any discussions until the case, anything as well. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Just about giving the records to Mr. Haddad. Hold on a second. Until he talks to his lawyer, we shouldn't talk about the case at all. My only concern now is being clean and sober. That's the only concern at this point. Okay? So we're going to take him back. We'll have him TRAS as soon as possible. We can set it for Friday. hopefully we can have the records back by then as far as what the thing is. And we'll go from there. Okay?
Judge.
Yasha,
Yes.
what do you got?
When can I come back to follow up on this matter? Can I come back tomorrow?
When can we have him TRAS?
My dental is possible. I just need to like,
Um, what day you say?
I'm just trying to keep this stuff out of evidence, so.
So let's say we take him in now, he gets processed today, he's in POP tomorrow.
Not all.
Tuesday, you can make this after report.
Next Tuesday.
This is best done.
Oh, you mean for the report to be back? Oh, okay, but I'm talking the actual evaluation, when do you think? Maybe Wednesday? Friday?
No.
Private issue.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna try to have it evaluated as quick as possible. Hopefully we can have it done by Friday and the report back by Monday or Tuesday, okay? I'm gonna put him back now. So Yasha, if you'd like, we'll have you call to holdover so you can talk to Mr. Terrell now. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
Judge, I confirm whatever Mr. Terrell just said. About the fact that he needs help. He needs to use his medication. I believe that if he does start using the medication, it will help his situation. I don't think jail time or incarceration is the solution. I really think that he needs help with his medication and some sort of rehab to get out of the situation he is in right now. I am actively working on both cases, the misdemeanor and the felony. I have provided some evidence to the felony prosecutors about the situation. And I'll keep checking back with them. If I have to go every day, I will.
Okay, and I trust that you will, Yasha, but unfortunately, due to him bringing a Whizzinator into the drug testing room to try to, fool us, it's unacceptable, and I'm gonna revoke his bond because of it. We're gonna keep him, we'll try to have him, TRAS as quick as possible to see how we go forward.
Yes, and let's get him TRAS, and then I will look at the report, and I will discuss it with him and his family, okay?
Look, at a minimum, the TRAS will tell us which way they believe is the best course of action. I will leave it to you guys to decide whether you want to do it or not. If you don't want to do it, if you just want to, let him out and fend for himself, it's up to you guys. I will offer my services to you for free. If you want it, it's available to you. If you don't want it, then it's on you guys. Okay? Let's not talk about everything now. Let's just.
See, one judge, did you say
Well,
what?
hold on. Yes. No. What do you want everything? Why do you want all this?
So, Judge, this.
Further charge?
I mean, I'm not gonna personally charge Judge, but I think that the state has a right to know about this. If he's violating bond conditions for our purposes. I don't know what it's gonna be used for yet, but I think that the state and defense have a right to have this information.
No. I know. I don't want, because I don't want to add further fuel to the fire and damage. I don't think it's fair. I don't, no.
Judge, he's violating your conditions.
And he's going in there now.
I understand, but you don't think that the state has a right to this information?
I don't know. Let me look into it. I'll get back to you on it.
Well, I'll get back to you. I defer to your judgment.
I understand. Let me talk about it, and then I'll get back to you tomorrow, and we'll talk.
You file a written motion.
Okay.